top attorney in the Trump administration is blaming Governor Gavin Newsom's office for threats being made against her.
The U.S. Marshals Service is now involved. KCRA 3 political director Ashley Zavala explains the situation, how the governor's office is responding. Ashley?
Lisa, Harmeet Dillon is the Assistant Attorney General for the U.S. Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division, and she says Governor Newsom's office has put a target on her back. In our interview today, she told me since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the administration is on high alert. She says she was targeted by Governor Newsom's communications director, Izzy Garden, on social media over the weekend after a liberal South Carolina judge's home caught fire after an explosion. That is under investigation, but authorities actually said today that there's been no evidence of arson. Garden posted an earlier post from Dillon's official X account over the weekend in which Dillon had apparently targeted the judge in her earlier post, criticizing a decision that the judge had made. Dillon's post at the time said, quote, "I will allow nothing to stand in the way of our mandate to maintain clean voter rolls." After the judge's home caught fire, Garden wrote, quote, "A few weeks ago, one of Trump's top DOJ officials publicly targeted this judge. Today, the judge's home is on fire." Here's what the Assistant Attorney General told me today.
Now, several weeks ago, I had, without naming the judge, mentioned the judge as having wrongly issued an injunction against some work that I'm doing to try to clean up the voter rolls in South Carolina. By the way, the judge's ruling was overturned weeks ago. I've never mentioned her name, don't know anything about her. It is common for lawyers to criticize judges' decisions. Half the time someone is upset with what a judge does, and you do that respectfully. It's part of practicing law. It's actually part of advocacy. And so for the governors, the governor of the most populous state, to have his press people falsely accuse government officials of causing a crime that ends up to not have been a crime, according to South Carolina. It wasn't a crime. It was probably an accident. And putting a target on my back in a inflamed situation where people are being targeted and assassinated is absolutely outrageous. And I got, several online threats under that tweet from the governor's press person, basically saying people can easily find out where I live and, figure out, and let's see what happens in the next 2 weeks to Harmeet. This is all very scary. My family and my coworkers are very worried about it. So we activated our security at the DOJ, called the Marshals Service, the local police department, and, made sure that that additional security measures were taken. So, for example, now I'm frequently in court. I make sure I have extra security because that's something where the public knows where I am.
Have you had any direct conversations with the governor's office about this yet, about any of this yet?
I don't think that would be productive, because the flippant response from the governor's office yesterday was that I owed them an apology. So he and his staff can go pound sand and they can just stop, endangering people's lives the way they are. This isn't a video game. They aren't children, and they need to act like adults. And yes, it is heady and fun to have followers on social media, but is this the end of Gavin Newsom's career, or does he hope to have a next chapter? If he hopes to have a next chapter, he should behave like a grown-up, and is not doing that. And his staff is certainly not doing that. I don't think they're going to be deterred. They're going to put targets on the backs of some other people, innocent people, next, probably, the way they're going, and someone's going to get hurt.
So I did check in with Izzy Garden, Governor Gavin Newsom's communications director. In statements over text message, he pointed to what he said are unbecoming insults that Ms. Dillon shared from her official Department of Justice account. Garden went on to maintain that Dillon owes Governor Newsom's office a full apology for her, what he says, false implications, and said the office never threatened her, which he said is in contrast to the Trump administration's vile rhetoric against sitting judges, end quote. Back to you guys.
All right, Ashley, thank you.